Hello and welcome to the Telegraph studio and Business Reporter's Future of Insurance campaign, hosted by the Telegraph Online. I'm Alistair Greener. Businesses and organisations want to protect their tangible and intangible assets so they can benefit from an uninterrupted business and focus on sustained development. But the most important element of this protection, insurance, is often considered as an expensive administrative burden and a necessary evil. As a consequence, finding the right insurance package might well be delegated to office managers and mid-level decision makers, and perhaps not given the importance it needs. This might result in the purchase of an off-the-shelf solution, a package that's unlikely to give tailored solutions and the right protection. Experts suggest investing in insurance must return to the core of the boardroom discussion. How can an organisation make the right choice? Well, this is what we're discussing with Steve White from BIBA. Good morning.
Good morning.
I mean, it's 2017. Surely with access to the internet and finding quotes online and so on, it should be a pretty straightforward business these days getting insurance cover. So why are so many companies still struggling?
Getting insurance cover is one thing, but getting enough of the right insurance is another. Insurance for businesses can be complicated. You're not just insuring the premises itself, you're insuring the machinery, you're insuring the stock, you're insuring the liabilities that may incur for your workforce or for the goods that you manufacture. And for that, you probably need the expertise of an insurance broker to help you identify those risks and then mitigate them, whether that's through insurance or through other risk management type processes. But that's what insurance brokers do. That's exactly what their expertise is.
But even so, even for a small company, I mean, they know what their assets are, they know roughly how much they're worth, so surely it should be a reasonably straightforward process.
Some parts of it can be straightforward, yes, but lots of businesses only recognise what they see. They don't think of the intangibles. So, for example, let's take a small manufacturer of metal clips. He can see his building, he can see his machinery, and he can see his stock. What he can't see is where does the items, the clips end up. So, for example, if the clip is used on an oil rig to attach cabling, if the clip were to fail and the cables break, you could have a multi-million-pound claim. Also, from a cyber perspective, growth of cyber crime is probably the largest growth area of crime in the UK. Lots of small businesses yet don't recognise that. There are things you should be insuring that if you don't, you can't see, but if you don't insure them and the worst happens, then business will be in trouble. Take business interruption insurance as an example. Yes, you can insure the bricks and mortar, but if your building is destroyed by fire and you're not able to trade for 2 years, and remember it can take councils 2 years to grant planning consent, what happens to your wage bill? What happens to your other outgoings? If you haven't got that insured, if you personally haven't got the money, the business will fold. So again, a cover there that perhaps you can't see but is absolutely vital. And that's what insurance brokers do. They help identify those risks and mitigate them either by insurance or by other risk management.
Okay, so let's say you've won me over and I accept that I need a third party in the form of a broker. Now I've got the huge task of finding the right broker. So give me some pointers of where I can check for the right expertise and the right reliability in a broker.
There are several things you should do. First and foremost, it is a legal requirement for anyone engaging in insurance activities to be authorised and regulated by the Financial Conduct Authority. So check on their register on their website that those you have identified are doing the business legally. BIBA, we operate a find a broker service. So if you go onto the BIBA website and look at the phone number on there, you can ring that number. They'll put you in touch with a small number of expert brokers who are specialists in the fields in which you trade in. Conversely, speak to some of your local brokers, speak to some of your local businesses and see who they use, who they recommend. So there's plenty of routes open to you to find the right one.
You've talked there about one of the things that you do at BIBA. Give me a bigger picture of what exactly BIBA brings to the table.
Well, in terms of SME business, we produce several guides for our members. Our members are the corporate entity. We have nearly 2,000 insurance brokers all over the UK that are members of BIBA. And for our brokers, we've given them guidance on the new Insurance Act, which changes the obligations upon customers and insurers with regards to the purchasing and arranging of commercial insurances. Our regulator, the FCA, did a piece of work recently looking at SMEs and found an awful lot of under-insurance. So it's not just having insurance, it's having enough of the right insurance, and the regulator found problems in that space. So we've produced guides to help our members help their customers. We've also produced an SME-facing guide on under-insurance, making sure that customers understand that having enough of the right insurance is the best way to be. If the incident were to occur, the business can carry on and be put back into the same position.
Finally, I want to ask about the industrial safeguards that there are to prevent companies from failing.
The regulator doesn't operate a zero failure regime, so it does allow for firms to fail. The regulator is very keen that if a firm fails, it fails cleanly rather than causing a mess. If a firm does fail, then there is the backstop of the Financial Services Compensation Scheme. There's also the Financial Ombudsman Service that deals with complaints from micro SMEs. Again, your broker will give you details of how to do that should you need to pursue that route.
Well, one thing you've done is given us a lot more clarity about insurance and the importance of getting the right broker. Steve White from BIBA, thank you very much indeed.
My pleasure, thank you.